Hello viewers, welcome once again to Adopted Grammar School Senior School online classes. I'm still your regular teacher of biology, Mrs. Anya EE. The last time we met, we are still under the topic homeostasis. We'll be looking at subtopics that are connected to it. Remember we mentioned there are organs and glands that are involved in homeostasis. We've been able to look at the kidney functions and diseases. And this morning we'll have to look at another organ that is involved in homeostasis, which is also a vulnerable organ that needs to be taken care of, and that is the liver. Now, the question when we talk about the liver, we know that liver is a very soft, reddish brown in color, plays important role in homeostasis. They are found lying below the diaphragm. If you are able to look at the structure of the respiratory system, you would have seen the diagram of the diaphragm. So we have the liver lying below the diaphragm and at the same time overlapping the stomach. Now, if you look at the board, you will see a diagram showing the liver associated or related or its relative to alimentary canal. Remember I said they are found lying below the diaphragm, slightly found on top of the stomach. The liver, as it were, is a large organ, reddish brown in color. The liver is divided into two major lobes, the right and the left lobe. And not only that, the right lobe is further divided into three small lobes. Now, if you have seen liver or in the diagram or probably in a structure or anywhere, you will see the liver is big as it is if you have been involved or seen where they are dissecting cow, which we commonly call the malu. You would have seen where they brought out the liver. That is it. That's the way it is in the human body as well. Now let's look at the liver as an organ involved in homeostasis to make sure that there is regular maintenance of internal environment for it to be in its constant nature or feature or stable. So what are the functions of the liver? Like we have just said, found below the diaphragm, overlapping the stomach, diagram on the board showing its relative to the alimentary canal. We can see the liver here. We can as well see some parts of the alimentary canal that the liver has. So what is the function of the liver? So we use this time to look at functions of the liver. The functions of the liver. One of the major functions as a complex organ involved in homeostasis, they carry out various major, so many important in mammals or in animal or human where they are found. The first one we can say they are involved in the production of bile. I know you have come across this word bile when you treated digestive system. Now bile, if I go so much, they will not really cover enough. But let me just say a little bit how the liver is involved in the production of bile. Now bile comes as a result of worn out blood cells. You remember the red blood cell contains a pigment known as hemoglobin that gives the red blood cell its red color. At a certain time, the red blood cell has a lifespan of 3 months or probably 120 days. When it becomes worn out, the hemoglobin will be broken down. That is, the red blood cell dies and the hemoglobin will be broken down in the liver to produce two major things. The one is what we call bilirubin. The second one is what we call ferritin. The ferritin contains iron and they return back to the liver whereby it is involved in the production of the red blood cell. Now the bilirubin is being carried by the liver to be stored in a small structure here known as the gallbladder. Now that fluid found and stored there is what we call the bile. And the bile plays an important role in breaking down of fatty food, fat and oil food that we feed on. Now we know that the breakdown of fatty food into tiny droplets involves a process known as emulsification. I'm just trying to call your memory back when you treated digestive system. And that's what, so the bile is the broken down or unwanted fluid produced by the liver from the hemoglobin that is being broken down, the worn out cell, and stored in the gallbladder as bile. So that is how the liver is involved in the production of bile. Another thing the liver does is to assist or help in the production of plasma protein, help to manufacture plasma protein. Another thing the liver does in its function is to manufacture or formation of red blood cell. Manufacture or production of red blood cell. I have just mentioned a little bit when I was talking about the production of bile. Now the liver produces red blood cell, especially in the foetus. A foetus, that is the baby found inside the womb of a pregnant woman. And not only that, they are also involved in the production of red blood cell in adults together with the bone marrow, the red bone marrow. So we said that the liver plays an important role in its function in manufacturing red blood cell and as well as bile. Another thing the liver does in its function is to destroy the hemoglobin, which I have mentioned. We said it's involved in the destruction of hemoglobin. What did I say? It is involved in the destruction of hemoglobin. How? I'll just explain it when we talked about the production of red blood cell. That I said that the red blood cell have a lifespan of 120 days or 3 months, after which it becomes worn out. And remember, the red blood cell contains a red pigment known as the hemoglobin, and that is what gives the red blood cell its red color. When it becomes worn out, this hemoglobin will be broken down, while the rest part of the blood will also be destroyed by phagocytes. The phagocytes is part of the white blood cell. And when they are being broken down, 2 things are formed. One is what we call bilirubin, or blood bilirubin, and the other is the ferritin. It is the bilirubin that is being carried by the liver and stored in the gallbladder as a waste product of the liver. And the ferritin contains a makeup of iron, returns back to the liver and helps the liver to manufacture its red blood cell in adult human and also in fetus. So that is how the liver assists or involved in the destruction of hemoglobin. That is the worn out or the dead hemoglobin, so as not to remain in the body system and not cause problem. Another thing that it does is that it stores vitamins. The liver stores vitamins, especially vitamin A. It stores vitamin A, and not only that, and also vitamin O and B12 in a soluble part. So they store vitamins such as vitamin A, and also helps, they store vitamins and manufacture vitamin A, and also stores fatty soluble vitamins such as vitamin O and B12. Note that. Another function that the liver carries out is the function of what we call detoxification. Detoxification or detoxification, or we call it detoxification. Detoxification. Now the question is, what is detoxification, or how does the liver involve in the formation or in the process known as this detoxification? Detoxification can be defined as a process which involves in the destruction of foreign bodies within the body, destruction of foreign body, converting them into active or inactive foreign body, inactive or making them to be harmless. I repeat myself. I said the liver is involved or assists in detoxification or detoxification. Please, I have two words here. Detoxification or detoxification. They mean the same thing. The only thing is just the different spellings. Remember I said it is a process which involves in conversion of toxic substances or foreign bodies into harmless substances by the liver. Most times when I said define the following term, detoxification or detoxification, I still repeat myself, is a process whereby the liver converts harmful substances or foreign bodies in the body into harmless substance. That process is what we call detoxification. So that is what the liver does. The liver breaking down or destroying toxic or harmful substances into harmless. The process involved is what we call detoxification. Another function that the liver involved is what we call deamination. Pronounce it deamination. Did I hear you well? Deamination. I said they are involved in deamination. And what is deamination? It is also a process whereby the liver converts or breaks down excess amino acid. The breakdown of excess amino acid into urea and carbohydrates. I repeat myself. I said the liver involved in the process of deamination. Now the question is, what is deamination? When the liver converts excess amino acid. Remember, amino acid is an end product of protein digestion. So if it is in excess, what the liver does is to break it down. The question would have been, how did the liver break it down? Since the end product occurs in the small intestine during digestion. Remember, all the end product of digestion enters and moves into the liver via a vein known as hepatic portal vein. So by the time it gets there, if it is in excess, the liver will convert it into urea and as well as into carbohydrates. So the process of converting excess amino acid into urea and carbohydrates is what we call deamination, and that process is being carried out by the liver. I repeat myself. The liver converting excess amino acid and carbohydrates is into excess amino acid into urea and carbohydrate. The process is called deamination. Note that. These are the times if you go to wire questions, they'll ask you, define the following term, explain the following terms, and that is deamination. Another function that the liver performs is that they store iron. We say storage of iron. Storage of iron. Now, remember when I was talking about hemoglobin, the breakdown of one-out hemoglobin, we told ourselves that the excess of it, the one-out one is being broken down by the liver, converting it into two things, blood bilirubin and ferritin. Ferritin is an iron, and that one goes back to be stored inside the liver, which involves in the production of the red blood cell. So this is how the liver involved in the production or storage of iron. It performs another function, and that is inactivation of hormones. Inactivation of hormones. So it makes some hormones not to be active. Example of such hormone is testosterone. Remember, testosterone is a hormone that stimulates the production of sperm during adolescent stage. And that's why most of the time the male counterparts are involved are advised not to eat too much liver. So because the liver will cause it to be inactive, it will reduce the activity of the testosterone and making it not to produce much sperm when needed. The liver is being needed much, more especially for the development of the fetus in the womb of a woman. So take note of that. We have mentioned some important functions of the liver as an organ, and organs that are involved in homeostasis to make sure there is steady state maintenance of the internal environment. The first one will say production of power. The second one, it assists in the help to manufacture protein plasma. The second one will say they manufacture or form red blood cell. The next one will say they are involved in the destruction of hemoglobin. The next one will say they store vitamins such as vitamin A, and not only that, they help to store soluble vitamins such as vitamin O and B12. We also saw liver converting harmless or foreign substances into harmless substances, and that process we call detoxification or detoxification. We saw the liver as well converting excess amino acid into urea and carbohydrate, the process we call deamination. Now we have seen the functions, multiple functions playing an important role in the body of an organism. So many things, even in digestion. Now, what are the next thing? There are something that can hinder or affect these functions. That result of what we call the disease of the liver. What are these things that are likely to affect the functioning of the liver? There are about 4 diseases, or more than that, about 5 or 6 diseases that can affect the functioning of the liver. The first one we'll call hepatitis. The second one we can call gallstone. The third one we call cancer of the liver. The fourth one, cirrhosis. The fifth one, amoebic liver abscess. And the last one, which is the sixth one, jaundice. Jaundice. Sorry for just moving a little bit. We say jaundice. Now let's just quickly have a highlight of these diseases. Remember I said diseases that are likely to affect the functioning system of the liver. I said the first one is hepatitis, the second one is the gallstone, the third one is cancer of the liver, the fourth one is the cirrhosis, amoebic liver abscess, and then jaundice. Now let's talk about hepatitis as it were. Hepatitis as a liver disease is linked to inflammation. What do I mean by inflammation? Inflammation of the liver, which may be due to viral infection. I said hepatitis is caused as an inflammation of the liver, which is due to viral infections. And these infections are toxic substances or result from the toxic substances or poison or alcohol, drugs. Now there are 2 main types of hepatitis, which is caused by different hepatitis. The first one is what we call infective hepatitis. Infective hepatitis. The second one is serum hepatitis. All these ones are caused by virus. They are caused by virus, that is viral infections. Like infective hepatitis can be infective from one person to another, so long as it's caused by virus. And the type of virus involved is called virus type A. Infective hepatitis caused by virus type A. The second one is caused by virus type B. And they are very dangerous to the body system. If not noticed on time, if not treated on time, could lead to the death of the patient or the individual involved. Have I said something now? I want to believe you're following me. Chibuzo and Ikechukwu there. I want to believe I'm making sense. So both of these, the infective hepatitis and serum hepatitis. Both of them cause inflammation. If you don't understand what I mean by inflammation, it means swelling. It will cause the liver to swell up. It will cause inflammation and destroys the liver. So how do we know those infected? What are the effects? Please, I'll be fast in it. Just try and make sure you jot down things. So what are the effects, or what we can call the symptoms of this virus, of this disease? One, it leads to loss of appetite. Although this one is a common thing, so everyone that is having one symptoms of one ailment or the other, it leads to loss of appetite. It can cause severe headache. And not only that, if not treated on time, it might lead to death. Although one of the symptoms you start noticing in the patient's yellowing of the eyes. You notice yellowing of the eyes, yellowing of the urine, and which might finally result to general weakness of the body. Now, what is the remedy? Remember, we cannot talk about disease, talk about its effects or symptoms without mentioning the remedy. The first thing, once it is being noted, to give medical attention, and that is taking the patient to the hospital. And not only that, administer drugs, the appropriate drugs that will help in healing. And if the drugs is administered or affected, it will also help in healing. And another thing, the patients involved have to be placed under diet. The patients have to be placed under diet. And not only that, the patient should withdraw from drinking of alcoholic drinks. Now, another disease is the one we call gallstone. Now, this is the gallbladder here. Remember, it is found, if you come across a liver, let me use the little one we do at home. We dissect chicken virtually every day. And when you look at the liver, when you bring it up, you will see something greenish lying on top of the liver. And inside of it is a fluid, giving you greenish in color or greenish yellow, very viscous and bitter things, and can as well be removed. That is what we call the gallbladder, the one you find lying on top of the liver, and Yoruba call it tororo, and the Igbos call it emu. So it is very bitter and needs to be removed. That is the gallbladder. Now, when we say the gallstone, is a situation whereby some cholesterol that might come from the fatty food we eat, if the gallbladder is not there enough to emulsifies it, they will block these gall ducts here. They will block it, and the bile will no longer enter this place. And that is talking about the obstruction of the gallbladder or the bile ducts, and that results to that. We said these are stony masses that are formed inside the gallbladder or blocking the gall ducts as a result of mass of cholesterol from either the food we eat, especially fatty oil food that are not properly digested. So these gallstones block the gall duct, making it impossible for the gallbladder for the bile to move into the gallbladder and stores there. What are the effects of it? When we talk about the effects of the gallbladder, one, it leads to also yellowing of the skin and the eye. And not only that, it results in inability of food, especially fatty food and oil food, to digest, inability for it not to digest properly. And not only that, it causes general weakness of the body. We should know that general weakness is partly every one of the symptoms in all ailments. It will cause general weakness of the body. If noticed on time, one can easily take oral bile drugs to get it dissolved. But if not noticed on time and it becomes chronic, they will have to go for surgical, whereby it has to remove. Another thing is the cancer. The cancer of the liver is also caused by several factors. What are the factors that can lead to cancer? It could be as a result of what we eat, or probably other organs of the body that have been infected by one disease or the others. It can also be caused by too much sun. That's why we don't need to stand on the sun, what we call radiation, for a long time. And not only that, it also can occur or result as a disorder of uncontrolled multiplication of some cells. You know, cancer is just like a sore. And when you see it, if any part of the body is affected and get to the liver, And let me tell you this, why it is very dangerous. If every other part, any part is affected or anything, we say it can come up as a result of multiplication of some disorder of some cells. Every food we eat, after eating, digestion occurs. And end of digestion occurs in the small intestine that we see here. And that is where absorption and assimilation began. So the end product of digestion had to move to the liver via a vein known as hepatic portal vein. And when this gets to the liver, as it were, it has to be circulated. It is from the liver that it has to move to the various parts of the body. And that is why we need to take care of these vulnerable organs to make sure that we have a steady state environment. That is it about cancer. What are the symptoms of cancer? It leads to general weakness, as I earlier on said. And not only that, it also makes one to be exhausted. And not only that, it can equally lead to death, if not noticed on time. Remedies, if it's noticed on time, radiation can be taken to help to destroy it, to have it destroyed by radiations or what we call radiology. And if not that, any observe, the area affected most can be cut off. Remember that I said that the liver consists of two major lobes, the left and the right, and the right one is further divided or consists of two other lobes. So if noticed on one, can easily be cut off. But if not, if it is chronic, then transplant comes, and that is why we might need a useless fibrous tissue to replace the cancer, and that is very dangerous, and that will definitely lead to the death of the individual involved. May the Lord have mercy on us, so as to take care of our life. Then another one is what we call the cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is caused by excessive drinking of alcohol and tobacco smoking. And remember this is said that tobacco smoking is dangerous to our health. So when you involve yourself in so much drinking, like some people, well, they felt that drinking of beer, I am not against it if it is your choice. You find out, I want you to carry out an experiment and a practical. Buy a liver of any of these organisms, probably the cow liver. Take up a bottle of beer, pour it there, leave it for some minutes, or let me say an hour. Go back and check it. Anything you see there, that's what happens. You might say you're drinking water, you're taking drugs, you're taking care of yourself, and those things are being urinated out. But too much accumulation, excessive accumulation, could result to cirrhosis. You know, we heard a rumor that they killed. That's one of the things. Hold your lips, Mr. Nyam. Thank you. I don't want to mention what happened to our former president. So we need to avoid the intake of excess alcohol. In short, avoid the intake of alcohol. Those of you that felt, well, my life is inside the bottle. It is not inside the bottle. Please don't kill yourself. It can lead to, when it comes to effects, it can lead to death, it can result to general weakness, and not only that, it can also lead to loss of appetite. How do we do that? Take your drugs, and not only taking drugs can be administered if noticed on time, or as well, also involved in transplants. Other diseases like I've earlier mentioned, although time will not permit us to go right deep into it, is amoeboid liver abscess. This is also caused by a parasite known as anti-amoeboid histolytica. It results to amoebic dysentery. The next one is jaundice. Jaundice can also be mentioned around any of these ones, because one of the major things is that it's being caused by obstructions of production of some of these things and other liver diseases. I want to believe that all have said concerning the maintenance of internal environment of an animal or human for it to be in its steady state has really impacted much. The only assignment I will give you, as it were, is to go back to all this we have mentioned and examine yourself, look inward, and find out if you have been indulging in eating some of these things that you ought not to eat. Please make sure you go for medical checkup most of the time. And for a student, you are not supposed to be involved in all these things. I've tried to mention some things. I want you to go back to read digestion. Look at what happens under digestion, where you have absorption of food. How the food is being absorbed, the end product, the function of the liver, so as to know of the truth, the major function of the bile in digestion of food. So as for, I don't know, probably you might have your questions to ask me. Please try and go to the online email AGF, that's the Abeokuta Grammar School Senior Online at gmail.com. Please go there, ask me any question in what you have done so far. The questions on the hemostasis, the organs that are involved, like the kidney, and as well as the liver. When next we come, we know there are other organs that are involved in homeostasis, like the skin, and as well as hormones. But this time around, I would like to take up a topic which I would want you and advise you to go and look at, and that is microorganisms in actions. That will involve SS1, SS2. Please take notes. All these things can come up at any time. It has been asked before in WAEC. If you're confused in any way or you don't understand anything, please ask me your question. Like I've earlier said, AGS online classes at gmail.com. Abeokuta Grammar School, Senior School. God bless you. I still remain Miss Sanya EE. Remember